Good morning, good morning. Thank you, Lord, for a new day to trade. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. Shorting small caps is high risk. Okay, I haven't made any trades today, so coming in fresh. Bro, I already filled out these agreements. I'm gonna hide my screen because it just has like all my info on it. So hold on just 1 second. Okay, now I'll turn it back on. All right, anything moving? I'm over here distracted with not trying to share my personal information. Let's see. Not seeing a lot yet. CIGL, I'm not in this one. It's a pretty nice little retest it had, but I think the news is kind of decent. Again, I didn't read into the acquisition news that well, but I read into it some. BOXL came back for a pretty nasty retest and broke a new high. It's looking kind of strong, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Be a little bit more cautious today, especially with Chinese after yesterday. Had one of my biggest losses in pre-market in a very, I can't remember the last time I had a loss that big. But by the end of the day, I got it down to about negative 1,200 bucks. So had to trade my little heart out to get there, but recovered for the most part. Fees are going to be high, but all good. Well, fees were high. Not, they will be. That was a sick recovery, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, appreciate it. The crazy thing, I was only in 600 shares, and it goes back to why I say this. I used to trade heavier pre-market. I don't anymore for almost that exact example because I know I'm could be pickier with my stock selection. I'll short Chinese, I'll short low float. So to combat that, I try not to be too heavy, but man, even 600 shares, I got rocked. Yeah, I probably will. I don't want to say that because I know myself. I don't want to lie to y'all, but maybe slow down on some of the Chinese. That was rowdy. That was wild. And then it was actually the best short opportunity of the entire morning. Once it hit 30, it just died. But I wrote it down some, but I was a little skittish. After you see a move like that, it's kind of have your guard up. But yeah, not seeing much, guys. That's interesting to me. Like I said, I'm gonna be. This is looking pretty bullish. Like it might flush here. It might be a beautiful short, but I don't. I'm waiting for new pops, preferably. It's a good thing that that happened yesterday. That happened yesterday. Does not happen too often. Yeah, and again, that's the short. Like that's the dark side of short selling. You know what I mean? Like it's it's easier to consistently make money short selling. I think. I mean, because they all just fall down. But you got to build your cushion because there are times that plays will go against you. So um, and can go against you hard. So yesterday was a good example of that. Oh yeah, that was the craziest 1 minute squeeze I think I've been a part of ever. I mean, it just means it's a new company. AskEdgar data hasn't caught up. But yeah, if y'all want to profile that as a red flag, y'all can. Or it could just be because it's a newer company. I don't take trades based on AskEdgar data. It builds my conviction. I'll take a trade regardless of AskEdgar, but we can blame it on that if that makes us feel better. But I think it was more that it was a new stock, Chinese, and blue sky setup more than anything. But yeah, I don't take trades based on AskEdgar. So again, I'll get in all green on AskEdgar. I trade technicals first, fundamentals second. I think the big thing was Chinese though. Anytime you're in Chinese, you just need to be aware that manipulation is probably more likely than not. Nope, I already removed that live. And I usually don't do that, but I don't care. I'm not about to get trolled on X, so I removed it. I'll talk about it, but I'm not. I see how things circulate on X. Like, this idiot live streaming lost this much money. I'll talk about it. I won't hide it, but I'm not gonna. What Tim Seitz post calling me a idiot or something. Not much to really study. Just pull it up. MPT. My live stream isn't going to give you much knowledge, but it squeezed in 1 minute from 8 to 30. The only thing the live stream included was me saying, "Oh my God." You can judge me for removing it. Don't care, but I'm not about to get trolled because I be going at Tim Sykes on X sometimes. Exactly. Hope you like the new thumbnails I sent you. Everybody that messaged me in Instagram, it goes to private. Are you the ones that sent me the original thumbnails? But let's talk about it on Instagram. Nobody's here to listen about me talk about thumbnails, but I'll check. Are you Redverse? That's the last question. Actually, they're pretty dope, bro. Yeah, I like these better. I'll hit you up. I'm responding now. So it quits going to hidden. All right, so CIGL ended up dropping a little bit, but again, it seems like decent acquisition news, 600 million. So again, could be wrong, but I saw 600 million. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna be a little bit more pickier today after taking a 10K loss on live stream yesterday. T-Mac, I wonder if BOXL is going to rip my face off. I don't know, bro. It looks kind of bullish, and it's the only thing really moving. I'm not in it, but it could fade. I don't know. But I think it's about to rip. Could be wrong, though. Hope for your sake it doesn't. The 5 minute doesn't. If it breaks a new high, I would be concerned. But until it breaks 196, I wouldn't be too concerned. But again, not financial advice. If I was in it, I would probably stop out if it starts holding over 2, though. Over 196, I'm getting nervous. If it holds 2, I'm out. That's how I'd play it. But what's the daily look like? Yeah, no real strong levels close. Oh, you're not in it? When you say hold 2, how long do you mean to hold for? Like if it holds 2? So basically, you might see it a lot of times. You'll see how it wicks up and then comes right back down. I try not to stop out of those because that's like a, you'll see it shoot up to 205, then immediately come back down to like 192. I don't like that, but I might not stop out that. But if I see the candle close, even if it's like a 1 minute, preferably 5 minute, but if a candle starts closing and then it start building, like the next candle starts forming over 2, like, I mean, it's already broke it and held it at that point. Depending on who you ask, you might need 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, whatever. But for me, 5 minute candle over 2, but it's a double-edged sword though. So sometimes I'll wait for it to wick up, it comes back down, all good. Sometimes it wicks up, hangs out a little bit, and then keeps pushing, then I'm stopping out. So if it starts running on me, I'm gonna stop out. But if it's just like hanging out around 202, 201, there's a good chance it might fall back down, and I don't want to stop out of those. Potentially add if it looks weak, but so it's kind of, again, everything I do is discretionary. But wick, not concerned. But if it hangs out over 2 and starts building a new candle above 2, that's where I usually get concerned. Yeah, there are basically no levels till 250 T-Mac. That's what I looked at. No strong levels, and the top of that one candle was 250, and those are decent levels, but I wouldn't consider it a strong level. Using 15-minute charts on micro floats. Yeah, I can't use 15-minute candles on micros. But I know whenever you get into like larger cap stocks or even medium cap stocks, a lot of people that trade on like the hourly and 30 minutes and things like that. Everybody's got different definitions, but I mostly stick with the 5 minute. Called some BOXL long scalps. Let's go. Yeah, this one presented some opportunities for that. Ross was in it yesterday. What, BOXL or MPT? I think he was in. Somebody said he was in MPT. I think. Was it not MPT? Am I saying it wrong? Yeah, MPT. And this thing died after hours. Fran, what are you saying? Didn't you say something about the crown? Yeah, it seems to be forming a crown. Yeah. I'm not educated enough in that yet to really know, but it's definitely it's wicking up and coming back down. It's starting to look like a crown though. Okay, I was looking away. So yeah, just push above 2. So see if it wicks right back down. But see how it's looking like it's holding for this second. So I like to see it wick down a little bit quicker than this. So if it starts, I'm not in it, but I'm telling you how I'd play it if I was in it. I would not stop out yet, but again, if this 5 minute closes above 2, so it's a good example. So now if it pushes, it got up to 207. So now if it pushes higher than 207, I'm stopping out. So wicks up, it pushes, comes back down. Now 207 is kind of the, okay, this is the level that if it breaks 207 now, I'm definitely stopping out, because now it's just breaking a new high above 2. FEED. I'd like to see feed push a little more, but I'm keeping an eye on it. Curious to see if BOXL breaks a new high here. Again, I'm avoiding it though. It looks pretty strong to me. And there's no levels close to it, so I don't want to play the average up game unless there's a level that I can, like let's say there's a strong level at like 220. Maybe I would average in a little here just in case it fails here, and then have my heavy position at 220. So if I'm wrong, I can stop out without losing too much. But yeah, this one I wouldn't play it because now it's already broken a new high above it. It's just showing more strength. So if we pull in the 1 minute, see it's still making new highs. It's kind of riding the 9 up. FEED's pushing up a little bit more. Like to see it closer to this 350 level. I don't know if I want to get that, but that's where I'm interested. Oh, and this is I just didn't like it from a technical standpoint, but it's not. I'm seeing 900,000 float on it too. So yeah, I didn't realize that. So definitely not interested in this one. And we closed over 2, so yeah, I don't like it. Could it retrace back to 185, 180? Yeah, for sure. But I'm going to pass on it. Appreciate it. I appreciate the love, guys. Um, yeah, it was a decent recovery. Decent recovery. Blessed. Some plays presented themselves. Took advantage of it. So it's nice when it works out. Doesn't always, but had to trade my butt off during regular session to bounce back. I said it at the beginning, but end of the day around negative 1200 after being down 10K in pre-market. But I rode a lot of the shares down, so it got me to about 5K. And then just went to work intraday. LIMN kind of hurt me at the end of the day too. I probably would have potentially ended flat or break even, but got in a little early on it. Recovered most of it, but my fees yesterday were probably high though, because I was just like, screw it. I got to get my money back. So, and not necessarily revenge trading. I was waiting for decent setups, but I was trading a little heavier and ignoring some locate fees and stuff that I'm usually more cautious about, or that I'm not willing to pay. VOXL dropping now. I personally wouldn't be surprised if it keeps grinding up, but it has dropped a little bit. Getting a little flush on feed. I didn't play this one. I wanted to see it get a little higher. Again, I'm going to be a little more cautious today after yesterday. I want to make sure the tickers get to spots I want before I enter. Feed might push up to that level though. Let's see. What did BOXL do? Still kind of hanging in that level. I don't trust CIGL. Fee, let me start doing some fundamental research on it. Yeah, that's what I thought. This one's a pretty tiny float too, 1 million. trading BOXL. I think it's done. Not me. I was reading a comment. Good luck. So I'll probably play feed. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of forcing a spot with it. It is almost 7:30. Some more PRs will come out. So yeah, if it gets to about 350, I'll play it, but still don't love it. Again, I'm gonna be a little cautious today. This one's basically a nano. 1.09 million float is what I'm seeing. So, and this one has a history of running. We've seen it here recently. So a lot of times after these intense runs like this, they will pop as they continue to fade. And until it gets back to, you know, $1, that's where it's going to go. They always do. But I might scale in 355 to 380. Yeah, I'll probably try it. And if there's some decent PRs that come out, I might add to it. Oh, I haven't even looked at the locates. Yeah, with it being a 1 million float, if the locates are high, I'm not going to play it. It's not worth it. Yeah, they are pricey. Jeez. So yeah, I'll pass. $62 for 1,000 shares. Robert, you know how I always call you Chief instead of Chef in Discord? I just realized that recently. I was like, bro, you need to learn how to read. You've been calling this dude Chief, it's Chef. I moved too fast. Just rolled with it. Speaking of Discord, I need to pin it in the comment. All right, it's about to be 7:30 in 20 seconds. We'll see if there's any PRs coming out, but as of right now, no plays for me. Bullfrog had something. It might flush here with money rotation if something else starts running, but again, I'm gonna pass on it because of the fees. DFLI, is it getting a pop? DFLI, nope. And then BFRG, BF, nope. So there's really nothing to steal attention away from BOXL or feed right now. So I'm gonna remain cautious with these. All right. If you want to join the Discord, pin the comment. 50% off the first month if you use code VERO. So what I use Stock Titans. I've been using Stock Titans for probably 4 years at this point, even before I was short selling. the free version used to only be like 15-second delay, and I've been saying that before, but I think they bumped it way up to like 1 or 2 minutes now. I just have like the basic one. I think there's multiple options. I think I just have the gold, the real time. Yeah, free is 1 minute delay, silver 30 seconds, gold $59.99 a month, real time. I don't know if you need it, but I used to long PRs releases, and this was the quickest one I could find at that time. If you getting a little flush here, there's no way I would have known it was going to flush here, so I don't even feel like FOMO about missing this one. Like, it wicks up to 339 and fell, so like, it is what it is. Thanks, Chef. Nah, I think we got a good little Discord group too. A good combo of newbies and experienced traders. Chef, some of y'all's OGs, y'all been with me for a while now. Nice job, Todd. But yeah, the main reason I use another feed is because for news is like I trade mobile, so like nothing is convenient. You know what I mean? Like whenever I see it's like a trash chart that you see, then you got to place an order, and then you can't see anything else on the screen besides the order screen. So I can't see the news, any of that. So I kind of need something separate to view it because I'm still trading mobile. My transition to desktop has been delayed. Yeah, it is a slow day, and I'm not going to chase today. So BOXL back to VWAP, ended up felling the two. And this is kind of why I said we were joking about 15 minutes with micro floats, but here's a perfect example. Like even the 5 minute, it would have faked me out and I would have stopped out, but over about 10 minutes it ended up falling. So but I usually depend on the 5 minute. But again, I still wouldn't be surprised if it bounces too. EVTV has some new news. Envirotech vehicles advance into execution phase following on-site engineering validation of modular AI and power infrastructure initiative with AZIO AI. So all they really did was complete an on-site engineering and technical validation. So weak. too slow though, but it really didn't pop that much. It's only up. I mean, it only got up like 20 cents. I'm not gonna play it at this level. I want to see it up more. I mean, what is it up right now? EVTV. I was only up 4%. Yeah, nah, hard pass. But yeah, success logic, I agree. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. But I'm just not interested in it right here. But if it pushes more, we got a 200 at 290. I'd play it there. And it's kind of the bottom side of some of these wicks. See this? How it's on the daily. See how it's kind of wicked down to this random 293 level. So again, I wouldn't say it's the strongest level, but there's a little congestion there. So if it pushes to like 293 bucks, I'll play it. As long as locates aren't ridiculous. Let me see. Is it Chinese and is it Nano? Nope. American and 4.36. So we're pushing. So I might go ahead and try to secure some locates just in case it gets up there. I do think the news is weak, but it's just only up 8% right now, so I don't get into 8% pops. Yeah, feed's looking pretty strong. Yeah, if locates weren't so pricey, I might try it around 353, like 350 to 380. Yeah, it's a slow day. Slow day. I like for the moves to be a little bit quicker to my levels than this, because I don't like grinds, and it's far from grinding at this point. I can't call it a grind yet, but I like the more sharp moves, because they usually are the ones that have sharp moves down. But again, we'll see if it gets up there. Might play it, but I do think the news is weak. There it goes. But yeah, I'll slam it at the 200. Probably average up all the way up to 3, and then kind of like I did with BOXL, like wait to see if it can hold over 3. And if it does, start trimming out or cutting. But it's getting there. And yeah, I'll definitely try that level. So. I'm trying not to get in too early. If I didn't get that shock yesterday, I think I would have already been in it. But I'm trying to be patient. We're trying to be patient, practice patience. I want to see it get a little closer to the 200. In the meantime, while we wait, I'd appreciate likes and subscribes if you're new. Subs, if not, if you gain anything from these live streams, appreciate a like. While we wait, my first entry is at 288, just FYI. My next one's at 295, just in case it flashes over it. Probably 288. That's a big deal for me. Y'all know I like to start scaling in before then, so that's just right before it. I hope it gets there. This has been it's kind of grinding up, but well, it's kind of going straight up, but it's let's see if we get one solid push. And the reason I have it some at 295 is because often they'll wick above it too, so that'll ensure I get a decent fill. But again, there are downsides to stacking orders. For example, what we saw with MPT yesterday. So imagine that move and you had orders stacked. So just try to be honest with y'all. This thing rips, you're gonna get filled. But I'm not too concerned with this one. 4 million float, American company, EVTV. Anything can happen, but I don't think we're about to see the MPT move. Whatever happened to feed? It's kind of hanging around. BOXL, hanging around VWAP. Killing it, Ty. Nice job. Don't do it to me. Don't break down. Don't break down yet, or I might break down. You got in yeah, you got in early, my friend. It wasn't even, was it up 6% then? 4%? All good. It might flush. I think the news is weak though, but I'd like to see it get to 290 before the flush. The thing I don't like is these are single use locates. I think somebody mentioned that in the comments. So now that it's fallen below VWAP, sometimes I'm gonna wait, but if it looks like it's gonna keep struggling under VWAP, place an order, have a tight stop on it just in case it does break down here. Like we're probably about to see. So only risk, so like sneak an order in, maybe 265, stop out 270 if it gets over the 9. Because I do think this news is weak, but since it's single use and they're kind of pricey, I'm just going to wait. I think. There we go. Good choice. I might sneak an order in at 279. I'm probably going to chase a little bit, but whatever. At least I have some exposure now, so gotta order. I like that 8 o'clock's 4 minutes away. 8 o'clock. Statistically, what's today? Never mind. Today's Wednesday. But statistically, majority of the PRs come out at 8. And the reason why I was saying is at Tuesday, because for whatever reason, Tuesday has the most. I don't know where Wednesday falls, but we'll get some PRs here in a minute. But anyways, I'm in EVTV. Small size, next entry is 288, last entry is 299. Or 295, I think. Yeah. So fee, what did it end up doing? Kept falling a little bit. BOXL still doing the same thing. This one would be such a tiny float, it's not moving around too much. Feels like the market's not very liquid right now. 320 is above it. The 330 is even higher. You mean 230? I usually let price action decide for me, but yeah, okay, cool. I was like, because I remember when we had the one-on-one call, Todd, remember how we were, well, we were confused if I was long or short some of these plays, but yeah, I'm definitely short on this one, and I'll cover, I might hold this one, to be honest. I think this one's trash news, so I don't know. I want to see this one flush. Especially since I'm in small, I'm only in 500 shares, up about 70 bucks, nothing crazy. So I want to see it dive. So at least till probably 250, and then I think there's a chance this one could round trip too. So. So if 8 o'clock PRs come out, I want to slam it again here if it's below VWAP. Actually, I'm about to do it now. Might be dumb, could keep pushing, but I'm okay with it. All right, added a little bit more to my position.
CIGL.
We're getting some news. Yeah, there's a decent amount of PRs are coming out. EVGN, looks like that was pretty decent news. Announce exclusive licensing agreement.
MMA. INHD.
Yeah, there's a bunch of news coming out. What is EVTV doing? Oh, we're going down. So let's see if we keep falling. I don't know. MMA is pushing. Where did it pop to recently? 108. If I can get an entry close to 108, I'll be happy. So I'm gonna get it pulled up. I snuck an order in. Wasn't that close to 108, but I'll add some more if it gets closer. It's falling though. Let's see if it keeps falling. There we go. Trimming some at 93. Actually, it didn't get filled, so 94. And then I'll hold the rest. I don't even know if this one had news. Oh, we're below 90 now. So I'm gonna cover the rest here. Nice. Nice little trade. What's EVTV doing? Look, it still wants to go down. Not as quick as MMA, but it's going down. Thing is, it's only up 10% now, so I probably should start taking some profits soon. I want to see it drop a tad bit more, but let's see. Did MMA even have news? Oh, it did. Dang, that news seemed decent too. Mixed Martial Arts Group expands digital finance strategy through partnership with Donald Trump Jr. and World Liberty Finance. Crypto's weak right now. I can't even scroll on X where everybody says it's the end of crypto. Guess that's the cool new thing to say. So crypto is not very bullish right now. When it makes new highs again, oh my gosh, EBT, I'm about to hit it again right here. Should have covered some on those other flushes. But I kind of wanted to hold this one anyways. Just try to catch a bigger move. But the problem is it's only up 15%. So this kind of move might be appropriate for the news. Just wish it was up a little bit more. And nothing else is really running, stealing attention away either. But all good. Still feeling good about it. I mean, if it starts pushing, I'll trim out the ads I added at view up. But yeah, should have covered a little on this one just because I was wanting a round trip on it. Because I really do think the news is pretty weak, but it's only up 16%. So it's like, what kind of round trip am I trying to catch? But here we go. We're about to push. So I stopped out of the last ad back to just 1,000 shares. And I will add if it gets back up to 280, and then I still have that order waiting at 285. Kind of tempted to add it back here though, but I'm gonna wait. I know we talked about it before, but would you say regular market is more consistent for you than pre-market? For sure, yeah. I like regular session better than pre-market. I think I'm a better trader at regular session. Pre-market is a lot more unpredictable, but you can catch like bigger, nastier moves on flushes, like what I call with MMA. You know, I got in at 105 or something, and within seconds I'm closing at 90 cents. You just don't get as many of those type of moves. Yeah, struggling at 280. Having a hard time getting above 280. Called the flush on MMA, still dropping. Nice. Does it go negative? It did go negative. Nice. Locates went way down for EVTV. It's only $4 for 1,000 now. Come on, EVTV. Let's get a nice little flush. And I'll start trimming this time. I learned my lesson. I'm in 1,500 shares now. I added a little bit more back. My average is trash though because of these random ads at VWAP. But I'd like to see a little flush here. Let's see if we get it. There's nothing else really moving that I'm aware of, so that's the part I don't like. There's nothing else to really steal attention away from it. Looks like feed is giving back a lot of its gains too, I think. Or yeah, it's kind of in no man's land. But yeah, I still feel good about EVTV. News is weak. I like how the chart's looking right now, but it's just not up very much. Don't like that. Typically, I wouldn't even add to my position at this, only up 15%, but all good. Fuse Machines, F-U-S-E. Fuse Machines introduced the Interview AI agent in AI Studio and announces that it's now assisting 100% of Fuse Machines' initial technical interviews. F-U-S-E. It had a big move recently, so let's see what this one does. Push. I don't think it's going to do much. What's EVTV doing? There we go. Can y'all hear that train? Just curious. Oh, you can't hear. That's Steven. Well, it's for the OGs. So I'm gonna trim a little here at 259. So I'll trim. Well, it didn't get. Now it got filled. So I trimmed 500 here. That's a signal for cover. I listened to it, Martin. Probably heard it if I walked outside. It was loud. I live on the good side of the railroad tracks, but barely. Sarasota. Well, there's a few of y'all that are from Sarasota, which is weird enough on the live stream, but downtown where I live, there's the hood rough part is very, very close to the nice area. It's kind of weird how it's laid out, but I think it's just because so much of downtown is gentrified over the years. Train left the station with EVTV. Yeah, I don't love this play. It's only up 14%. Like, I'm trying to wait for a round trip, and I think I want to get it, but it might drag out. When you say trim a little, do you trim a specific percentage? About a third. About a third or a fourth, unless it's like a nasty flush, like MMA, then I only trimmed out twice. So if again, I know it's hard teaching this because it's so discretionary, but yeah, it's usually, if it's small, small little trims, if it's something like this in the money, I'll take a third or quarter off, depending on how my conviction, if it's going to keep fading. But if we were to see like a really intense red candle all the way to like 250, I probably would have taken half off. But again, I'm only in 1,500 shares, so I'm not making that much. So that's why I'm leaving some. How big is your starter position as a proportion of full size? Again, it goes back to how many times I'm going to scale in. If I think I'm going to scale in 4 times, up to that level, it'll be a quarter. If I think I'm only going to scale in 3 times, it'll be a third. If I only want, one level and then another, then it'll be about half. I do make the last entry a little heavier, but not substantially heavier, unless I'm just like have hella conviction at that level. And I know I'm going to stop out immediately if it breaks it. on the move yesterday, what price did you try to cover at versus where did you get filled at on MPT? No idea, bro. No idea. I just looked down. We said in that 1 minute candle, it was about 10 seconds. Somebody pulled up a 10-second candle, and that whole move was in the 10-second candle. So, probably would be a bad idea to trim some more here, but I'm gonna see if it cracks a little more. But I don't know. As soon as that's the downside of mobile, I don't have hotkeys or anything. So I saw it at 15, tried to put an order in at 15. By the time that order went through, it was already at 30. So then I typed in 30 and hit cover, and I got out at 27. Yeah, no problem. And when I'm scaling up, when I'm scaling in like this, again, I scale in if there's the last one. Just the thing about scaling in is, again, not financial advice. This is how I do it. If you commit to scaling in, you also have to commit to, or I have to commit, because I don't, again, don't. This is what I do. You have to commit to like getting out at that last scale. That's how I trade it. So if I'm scaled in and then it finally breaks that level, there's no negotiating. There's no, let me add one more time. No, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I add heavy that last entry and my thesis is off, it keeps pushing, I have to get out. There's just no questions asked. And that's the part that a lot of people struggle with. They negotiate with themselves. Well, let me add one more time, or this and that. You know what I mean? So, like that last add, if I'm wrong, I got to get out or start scaling out. So, because a lot of people talk about, not scaling in, and I see why, because it can dilute your average a little bit, but a lot of times, and we're about to see it even with this one, that I'm not confident it's going to get to this 285, 290 level. So that's why I got my little entries up here when I could. But if it does get up here, I have a little bit bigger size on my last ads. So for example, I did 500, 500, and then 285, I have 500, and then 295, I have 1,000. It might not even hit this, but if it does, it's going to really improve my average since it's a little bit bigger order. But because that's my last ad, if it gets over $3 and holds, I got to get out. Because now I'm too heavy to play the watch it run up game. On mobile, it is possible to have a hotkeys, and they're quite convenient. I'll be honest with you, I tried them. I think they're trash, but that's all right. I'm glad they work for you. That's what matters. But to your point, it might could have saved me yesterday. Who knows? Maybe I have like a oh crap hotkey where it's like the ask plus 50 cents or 25 cents or something if I really need to get out. So actually, that's a good point. I just haven't. I've added them before, but then I just never use them. So when I got my new phone, I didn't even add them back this time. I'll make a note of that. I might try that for the future. Man, this has been a rough session. Jeez, there's been no plays. That 45 seconds felt like 5 seconds. Feed claim again. Like nothing's really flushing, nothing's really pumping. I doubt anybody's really making money. EVGN. Oh, it's got a nice little pump on it. Let's see where this one's. How much is it up? EVGN. But yeah, I'm not surprised the 200's not holding up too strong here because, again, the 200s work well when, yeah, it's only up 15% now. So the 200s really work the best whenever it's a 50% plus move because you want it to be extended a little before it gets here. Because if it only has to pump 10% to get there, there still could be a lot of momentum behind it. But not saying I wouldn't, play something at 20%, 30%, but I noticed the longer, especially 100%, I love when they have to pump, about 100% to get to that level. Because it's already looking for a reason to pull back after 50% plus, 100% plus pump. And the 200s, even if it doesn't fail at the 200s, it'll usually acknowledge it and then pull back a little bit. And it's an opportunity to make money. And even here at, what was this, 15%, it looks like it might fail it. But probability goes up, I notice, whenever it's a longer distance. If he gets back up, I'm going to blast it. I love it. Let me see. FED. Oh, this is a nice little trend. It's probably going to fail here, but again, locates are pricey. 1 million float, but looks like we're getting a little trend here. I hope my patience pays off with EVTV though. I'd like to see it get to 250. Whoa, look at Mr. Line Draw. Bro, I can trade the craziest Chinese tickers, keep my cool for the most part, nanos, but when I draw on these charts, immediately adrenaline starts rushing. Because I'm not just, again, I'm a mobile trader. I've learned everything in TradingView from these live streams. I don't know why. I don't like drawing on these charts. Yeah, I was sweating. Yeah, got my shirt off now. There's a triple bottom on feed though on the 1 minute. You're right, but that's still a scalp from 324 to 2 to 3. Yeah, I'm not convinced this one's going to round trip right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get back to 3. And since this one's so weak, I could see it flushing at least to the 200s. But you're right, it doesn't want to break below 3. Expensive locates are a bad sign, right? Yeah, I haven't done any like back testing to prove it, but unless my conviction is high, I don't like paying because that's just more money you got to make back now to be profitable. But I've also noticed, which makes sense, the ones that have really high locate fees are the ones that tend to squeeze, and it makes sense because locates are the prices go up because it's supply and demand. So that's the nanos. Those are usually the ones that are super expensive. The micro floats, 1 to 2 million, those are the ones that are usually pretty expensive. So that tells you the float is tight, and those are the ones that typically squeeze. So I almost look at it as a warning sign. Because like if it's like a 6 million float and all of a sudden the locates are outrageous, I feel like it's telling me another story that I'm not seeing. And I just have noticed that when the locate fees are high, not every time, but often those are the ones that end up squeezing and pushing. So there's probably some correlation. There's probably somebody smarter out there that's dug into this more, but I really want to see this break below 258 because that's where it got to this time right here. And then I'll be convinced we're on a downtrend. Oh, or apparently it just did. Did it break through? I want to see 257 just to feel better. Oh, EVG. Oh, it is pushing. Okay, I'm interested now. I'm grabbing locates. Oh, they're cheap too. Love it. I'm in it. Let's see if this drops. EVTV, come on, break 257. Oh, we got a bunch of 830 PRs coming in. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe we'll get some money rotation. There we go. EVGN is already dropping quite a bit. Oh yeah, we're going down. EVTV. So trimmed a tiny bit at 125 here, but still holding majority of my shares. See if we get a little bit better flush on it. EVTV is looking good. Ooh. I think we're gonna get that flush on EVGN. I'm trimming though in the low 120, so I'm only holding about half my position now. Did EVGN have news? I know there's probably other things pumping right now, but kind of stuck on these right now. Licensing agreement, EVGN. So what else is moving? BDRX. Jeez, what a beautiful. So this is why I like pre-market for plays like this, but I didn't catch this one. Jeez. Hope one of you called. Who said that? Hope you called that one. Todd, don't follow me the best you can. Develop your own strategy. There you go. EVGN. I'm about to cover my last shares here. Cool. So I guess I did catch one of these flushes. But BDRX, that was pretty. Thanks for the heads up, T-Mac. I think you're the first one that got this one on my radar. Shorts available? Yeah, they were available and cheap. Plenty. What broker you use? Bro, EVTV, this one has just been a slow play. I'm only in 500 now for the fun of it. I've already trimmed out of most of my position. We got in the 250s, but I was hoping to hold 500 just to see if they die. EVGN now shortable shares available now that the play's over. So it's after 8:30. This is usually when I wrap up. I might just set a stop on these and just see if they keep fading. Maybe I'm gonna set a stop 272. I think it keeps dropping, so I want to come back and see it a little bit lower. In worst case scenario, stop out at 272. And I feel like I need to explain this because I'm not doubting that sometimes the TZ stop limits do not work, but I see a lot of people do them wrong, and then it gets blamed on TradeZero stop limits not working. So when you set a stop, most of y'all should probably know this, but it was a big discussion in the Discord today. So a stop limit, the stop, so let's say I set the stop at 272 and I set my limit at 280. The 272 is saying, hey, if it hits this, I'm stopping out. The 280 is saying, hey, I will cover anything up to here. I see these reversed. And that's why a lot of times they don't get filled, because if you have it in reverse, it's saying I want to stop out at 280, but I'm not willing to take anything less than 272. So then if it keeps pushing, you're screwed because it might not ever get back there. So just wanted to add that in there since stop limits are kind of new. But on that note, guys, I'm probably going to set that 272, maybe 282. what's going to happen is I'm going to get filled at 272, maybe 273, not 283, but that's my cushion just in case, worst case scenario. But on that note, guys, I'm probably not going to play any more plays. Had a decent morning. Played on the smaller sides for only a couple shares. I'm content with it. So up over, if I close this one, I'll be up a little over 500, but I only took, I think, 2 trades, didn't I? No, I took 3. MMA, EVTV, and EVGN. So not that great of a morning, but there wasn't much to work with today, so I'll take it. And I didn't force size, so it's better than losing 10K like it's happened. All right, talk to y'all later, and I will be back on live in the morning.